All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, buddy. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. All right, guys. No sound on the chat room. Hold on. That is my fault. Let me click that button there. Okay, check over in our chat room. Excellent. All right, perfect. So good morning, guys. All right, guys, let's get right to it. We had a nice day yesterday, a lot of great breakouts. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we were watching, starting with Workhorse. So Workhorse, let's get our 5 minutes. We can see the intraday action on it. Let's zoom in right in here. This would cover our yesterday's action. So again, Workhorse had a really nice pre-market action in the breakout. Yesterday we had a beautiful breakout above this level. We had a lot of these yesterday out of the pre-market highs. So here's one of them. Workout broke out nicely. Did give you a beautiful continuation. Very deep pullback right to the moving averages. Another great place to add if that is your style. And you can see how great this thing hopped right back towards trying to get towards the high of the day at that time. Didn't quite make it there, but it did later on in the day. So if you had any type of entry on this breakout here, you could easily, well, not too easily, because this is a concerning drop here. Could have turned to be a change in direction. You could have taken advantage of some of this here. Here's XPEV, another one that also broke out of the pre-market highs very early on, and just never really looked back. And we look at the move on XPEV. This is just insane. Going from 50, was that 57 or so, all the way up to 67. So again, a
And it
$10 move.
continues. It's at 70.
Yeah.
It's at 76 as we speak. It's just ridiculous.
It's insane, insane. Again, just incredible what happened there on XPEF. So we'll definitely be talking about that one today. Already up 6% with 4 million shares. Here is Plug. Plug, not so great. Again, it did come back towards this highs of the pre-market here. It did eventually break out of that nicely later around 1 o'clock or so. So again, not too bad here on Plug, but again, I didn't really like the price action as much as the other ones that I'm going to show you next. But again, still a very, very good day for Plug. Nice breakout. This pullback, that would have been tough to hold through any of this here. But again, you did get a nice move later on 1 o'clock. Here is Neo. Neo continues to just find a way to just rip higher. So again, yesterday it did broke out of the pre-market high very early. 5104 was the pre-market highs, but it failed to hold on to that. And wasn't clean at the open. Look at the drops here on the 5 minute. They're really all over the place, very choppy start for it, but then it does settle down around 10:30. Breaks the high of the day, and then there it just becomes it just goes nuts. I mean, just look at it there. It takes off. It does give you a nice pullback here to the moving averages to 20, and it continues on the 9 just perfectly. So again, beautiful trade on Neo, but you had to be patient. Did not break out like some of the other ones that we just saw. Tesla was another one, also breaking out of the pre-market high and never looks back. I mean, look at this move here. Jared got in this trade very early. He called that out in the room. He jumped in, I think it was 506 or something. It was partially on 510, like seconds later. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? So I moved over to Tesla and I see what just happened here. So again, amazing trade there by Jared. So I took advantage of that pretty nicely there. Again, the entire move was almost here in the morning, the first hour. After that, it just gets really choppy, but just incredible start for Tesla. Snap didn't do as well. I mean, we had this incredible pop here pre-market. Then at the open, it just kind of flopped a little bit, and I think part of that was because it just got too extended. The pre-market with with this crazy move here. I think people did not know if this was going to continue or what. But again, did not really have a good open as we thought it would after this breakout here. So that was Snap for you. Another one that I liked a lot yesterday was JMIA. This one also traded very well. Was on my possibles list. And again, it didn't have a great pre-market activity, but their daily has been amazing. And at the market open, they find a way to just rip higher. So again, here hitting some ABCD patterns, nice, beautiful trend plays above the moving averages. Some crazy volume coming in at 12:30 here, and look at this breakout. Just insane. But what really caught my attention to them is this daily. Their daily is just incredible what they have done over the last couple of days. Their price action not as clean, so it's not an easy stock to trade, but they were also very active yesterday. All right, our gappers list this morning, we have a lot on both sides, guys. Green and red. They're jam-packed. Definitely a lot more in the green this morning. So we got our work cut
Hope
out
you
for
didn't
us.
expect me to research every single one of these. This is
Well,
a
just
little
the first
overwhelming,
20.
especially on a short week.
Just the first
My
20 on each
God.
side. We don't ask for too much, Norm. Just the first 20 will be good. But yeah, this is insane, guys. So we got to work cut out for us to find what looks good today, this morning. I mean, every single stock that we have traded the last month is here. And it's just insane. So we'll dissect that, get into what's going on there. But first, let's look at the market overall. I know it's a short week. What else do we have going on besides that?
Yeah, well, first, as you mentioned, just to remind people, specifically people out of the USA, this is Thanksgiving for us. Markets are closed on Thursday, short day Friday. They close at 1 p.m. Eastern. So, short week, as Carlos said this morning, we are gapping up. Same story, really. The big mega cap growth stuff is a little bit lagging, and we've got the smaller caps and such kind of picking up steam here, rotating into those. Qs are up a little over a third of a percent. SPY is up 0.85%. So it's kind of been the same story the last few days where the SPY has been leading the NASDAQ, which hasn't been the case until the last couple weeks in a while. Anyway, that's kind of the overview of what's going on this morning. We've got the Case-Shiller Home Price Index coming out at 9 a.m., Consumer Confidence 10 a.m., New York Fed President speaking at noon, and Fed Vice Chair speaking at 12:45. So speakers through a couple of speakers, a couple of data points. We'll get the normal Thursday data tomorrow on Wednesday since it's closed on Thursday, and that's the story.
All right, excellent, man. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's see what we can find here on this massive list today. Let's start by removing some of the stuff here. That did not go too well. Let's do that again. All right, there we go. Excellent. Oh, we got rows already, so that's good. Okay, so let's start with what's down this morning. It's a lot less on here. Let's do probably the first top five or so, and whatever looks interesting towards the bottom. DAC right now, not looking good, guys. Pre-market action is non-existent for this one. There's just not a whole lot of price action. You got volume 132, down 19%, which is nice, but overall, it's just not much going on there. KXIN, this one right now, pre-market. We looked at this yesterday as well. How did it end up trading? I took it off my list. Oh, this was horrible.
Yeah,
Probably the reason
that's
why
probably the
yeah.
worst of the Chinese EVs that I'm aware of.
Mm, wow. Yeah, this is pretty bad. So let's move on to the next one. AYRO, probably a block trade. Yeah, it has to be. Oh, no, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let me scroll over. Okay, that's better. So this one here, guys, this is a low flow, a lower flow, sitting at 21.7. Let's see how it actually did yesterday because we saw this very active in the pre-market. Market open, you did get you got a pop here again without seeing how the price action was. Very difficult to say if this was a good trade or not. We didn't look at it, but again, today I think we don't really need this one. Sitting at 21 million shares flow, I think we could go without it. Right now, pre-market, again, it's active at 886. I wish there was a lot more volume than this. I think yesterday might have had more volume. But again, not a fan of it. We do not have shares for short. It's down 7%. A little bit extended on the daily. Who knows if it's going to be strong again today, but we'll skip on it for now. If it gets any better, you could throw it back out to us, guys. BLDP. This one right now, down 5.8, 252. What's the float on this? 184. We seem to have,
In general, this has popped up on our gappers several
yeah.
times, and I'm not saying that some of these days look okay, but
Hmm.
from what I've seen, it hasn't traded very well.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
today is different. There's always that chance, but overall,
Right.
when I've seen it, it hasn't been great.
Well, something definitely happened after hours. Look at this drop here. It's just insane. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this one trades very well. It does have a couple of great days here. Last 3 days have been good on the daily. But again, not really a big fan of this one. Also, volume tends to be a little bit lighter, as much as 6.7 on any given day. The last 2 days you had a little bit more than that, which is probably why it's creating this great pre-market action in the intraday. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm gonna skip it for now. BBY here. This is Best Buy, right? Yeah, Best Buy.
Yes.
They have some stuff going on today. Any earnings or it
Yeah,
seems
they had
very
earnings
active?
this. They had earnings this morning. They
Hmm.
beat fairly substantially on their top and bottom line. I've not had a chance to dig into their guidance,
Hmm.
but that's probably my guess is why they're trading down 5% as opposed to up 5% on decent news.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. These guys don't, they barely move unless they have some kind of catalyst, and even then, they are really not the best intraday stock. I mean, the few times that we traded Best Buy, they barely move, and their spread could be horrible at times. You could tell just by the volume. It's a big company, but just by the volume, they're not heavily traded in the intraday. So does not work for us. Today could be a difference maker because they do have a very good pre-market action with some nice volume, 496 already. So we'll add as a possible. Let's see what comes out of that. We'll do two more here. Then we'll get to our giant green list, which, by the way, today also has a lot of low flow stocks. Look at all the yellow in here. So we might skip those today. They got to have some really, we probably just look at this one, 1.1 million in volume. Maybe this one here. We look at the ones that have really good volume out of the gate. SDC this morning. This is not a great trading stock, guys. We've looked at this before in the past. The trace horrible is very choppy. Today, I'm not seeing anything different or that looks great. Their daily does have a beautiful breakout here. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's about it. How did it do yesterday? Let's take a look. Yesterday, yeah. See, this is what I don't like about it, right? You have these breakouts. You have one breakout here, and then it just goes dead, like nothing really happens, and you don't usually get these type of breakouts often. So I'm not a fan of this one at all. I didn't look at the price action, but even then doesn't look like it was great. So we'll skip on this one for now. BLNK is another one on our list. Yesterday had a really good day. Yesterday looks like broke out nicely here above 27. This was the pre-market high. Again, we talk about that quite a bit. Broke out of the pre-market high, found that as support after, and then shot up nicely. So that was actually some pretty good stuff there. They get a nice drop all the way back to the pre-market highs, find support again, and then broke out of the BIVA. That could have been some pretty good trading there. So right
They've
now
got
they're active. Yeah.
they've got Citron. Andrew left Citron is bad mouthing him. Let's say call it that.
So worth adding. I don't know if it's on the main list, but let's add it for now. Might not stay there, but let's put it on the list for now. It's very active, guys. 2.3 down 4.1. Their daily's just, I mean, I think they start gapping down every morning in the pre-market, find a way to push up. I think that's what we've seen so far. So just look at this daily. I mean, it's just insane. So definitely extend it there. We do not have shares for sure. I think that's the reason why I might have moved it down yesterday from our list if we didn't have shares for sure. But we'll keep it on there. All right, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to scroll down, see if we see any ones that we've been trading in the past. SRNE has been very active before for us, but not doing a whole lot today. Very, very boring at the time. VXRT has not been the same ever since it has dropped from these higher price targets. So nothing to see here. Yesterday had a rough start. This settled down a little bit, but again, this pre-market I'm not liking at all. It's down 3%, 273. Again, I don't expect anything great out of it today. That could be wrong, but we're going to skip on that one. All right, what's gapping up? Let's look at these low flow stocks. They got to have a lot of volume. So SPI, this one's sitting at 2.3. That could be decent right now. Pre-market looks okay, so we can put that on there. We're not going to put too many. I'm going to put just two out of all these low flow stocks that look great. DPW, this one here, 6.2 million, sitting on the American Exchange, had an insane day yesterday. And we have looked at this one in the past too. Um, I'm sorry, Naruto, you're gonna say something.
No,
Yep,
well,
yep. So again, 8.9 million shares right now. Had a good day yesterday. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's look at something else. CIIC. This one, 1.5. The daily is just completely horrible. Had a good day yesterday, but again, it's just not really what we're used to trading. So I'm gonna skip on that too. Let's look at all the low floats. EH, not great, guys. No volume. Need more volume than that. MP, also no volume. 256. We need more than that. SBE, this one, it is not great neither. Pre-market's not looking good on that. Yeah, they're not looking great. It's a lot on there, but they're not looking great. I mean, SPI seems to be the best one so far, and I think this one too. Uh, DPW might be okay. Was it DPW? Yeah, might be DPW. Had a good day yesterday. Again, I'm gonna keep SPI on here, but this just don't look great. Let's look at everything else. I see some of the past stocks on here today. ACB is on the list. They're up 28%, so that's nice. What's going on with them, Norm? Do we know anything in regards to
which
the
ones?
the
The
pots, the
wheat
situation,
stocks?
the wheat stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, this is on the Trump giving some leeway to start the transition of Biden. hoping that
Oh, okay. Okay.
loosening marijuana laws.
Got it. So ACB is up nicely this morning. Great pre-market action. 8 million shares traded so far. For me, I think that's probably the worst trading one. I don't think it trades well. No, aside from TLRY, they don't trade all that great, but they're definitely in play today. I like Cron. Cron we have traded before. Chronos we have traded before in the past. Not looking great neither. How about CGC? What do we have there? CGC is a good one too, and it is in play. Yeah, we're not getting a whole lot of volume. ACB is the one to add today. But I am going to put in here CGC because I do like that one. Hopefully, can get some volume at the open. But right now, it's not looking all that exciting. They are up nicely, 6.8. So hopefully that changes. But ACB is definitely the one with the most volume. It usually tends to be. So we'll keep that one on the main list for now. All right, let's head back up here. Let's look at, all right, so a bunch of low flow stuff. So now that I look at this list, not that huge because, again, it's just a lot of crap up here that we just went through. Let's look at let's head down to COTY. All right, so COTY. This one doesn't trade well, guys. We've seen this before. It has 327 uh shares traded right now, 1,000 shares traded. Pre-market looks horrible on it. They're usually their daily is pretty bad, and their intraday is just not great. So I'm not a fan of this one. I'm not going to be watching it. Let's look at GP. It's another low flow stock here. Again, up 11.5. No, volume is weak. Let's head down to LI, one that's been, again, crazy active. This morning they have 11.4, 3.9. So worth adding on here. Just keep in mind, guys, as we mentioned before, this stock can move. This stock can really, really move. So be mindful of your share size on that one. FLDM. No, this pre-market action looks horrible. Their daily looks bad. They barely get any volume. What is this? Almost less than 2 million shares on any given day here. That's not good for us. Oxy's up nicely. Had a good day yesterday, up 10%.
Yeah,
Um,
oil's been running on
yeah,
vaccine news and um, such. Hopefully, increasing demand.
yeah, that was a nice move yesterday, just kind of crawling its way up there, and now gapping up nicely 9.9. So yeah, let's watch this one. Great pre-market action, definitely in play till let's see what we can get out of that. All right, a few more. I'm just gonna scroll down and see if we have any good ones that we have traded in the past. NKLA, their pre-market action today is they're digging themselves out of this bottom here, so doing pretty good job at that. Last couple of days have been great. One here and one here. Today they're up another 8.5. How did it trade yesterday? Let's take a look here. Pre-market was not great, but it did get a nice little pop right at the open. After that, they didn't do much. It's kind of chopped around and then went for another run later on around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So not too bad. Maybe a possible for now. I'm not a huge fan of this one. Uh, Again, it doesn't trail that well, but let's see. This daily is starting to look really nice here. Notice how the daily candles here, they're just very small and not a lot going on. And there's a reason for that. Aside from this one here, there's a reason for that. If you look down, there's no volume, right? It's just no volume at all. The last couple of days, you can see here the volume is picking up a little bit. So now you're getting these bigger body candles, which is nice for us. That's what we're looking for. So when we say it's a bad daily, you usually see no volume and you usually see these candles are just very small. There's more wicks than anything, and that's what we don't want, right? We want these to have some good volume and some good daily candles. So we're seeing that here on NKLA in the last couple of days. Let's see if that changes the way this thing is trading in the intraday. All right, I'm going to stop here because the rest is just the entire market tickers are all listed here. I'm going to go to Norm and then you guys to see what you guys have on your end. Norm, what do you like this morning?
Nothing you haven't already mentioned. So probably
Okay.
just the usual names. I'll keep an eye on
Hmm.
Neo and some of the other stuff you've talked about.
Gotcha. All right, guys, let's look at our chat room. Let's start with who do we have here? Moose Driver. We have Tesla. Let's see what Tesla is up to this morning. Just insane. Breaking all-time highs already in the pre-market, I believe. Yes, it is because this was your last peak over here, and we're well above that over at 548. Norm, what's your prediction? Do you think this thing will hit 1,000 and then we'll split again? What are we looking at here?
I don't make predictions like that, but you got to keep in mind that would mean that would be the equivalent of Tesla going to 5,000 just a few months ago after
Yeah,
the split and everything. So, 1,000 might be much, but I didn't think it would hit 2,000 previously. So,
correct.
if I
Correct.
thought, if I could predict these things and I knew, I would have owned Tesla
at 200 and something,
A
I'm
long,
sure.
long, yeah, before it split at 200 or
Yeah,
150 or whatever, right?
yeah, yeah. I have a friend
So
who he has a Tesla. He's like a Tesla fan. He's like, one of the people that just they're all Tesla. And he was sitting at 300, just kept buying, buying. I have to call him to see how he's doing. Maybe he could take me out for a drink or two. He's got to be sitting very happy there. Here, guys, high of the pre-market on Tesla's looking very nice, all-time highs there. They're very active today, so definitely in play. I'm going to add them on here. They're not the easiest stock to trade, but again, it's just you got to have it on your list. 1.6 up 4.6 this morning. That's very, very nice. Let's look at fuel cell FCEL. This one was on the list yesterday. I took it off. Oh man, look at this. So yesterday it ripped real nice here. So had a really bang up day yesterday. Today pre-market action is really nice, 8.2. So great volume. Giving some back here was green. It was up nicely around 9.8, $9.80. Giving some back, almost a dollar drop right now. But yeah, very active. We could put it on here. This is good. What else we have, guys? Macy's. I don't like about Macy's. Does not trade very well. I mean, they had a good day yesterday, but this stock is it's hard to trade. It really is. I mean, this start here though, this is not typical Macy's action. So you had a really good open yesterday on Macy's, but for the most part, it is a brutal stock. This morning pre-market wise, we are up 5.2 on it,
what do you think?
1.1
These
million.
Chinese EVs are tanking right now.
They are. What's going on with them?
Yeah,
Neo's taking a hit. What's the other one that we have?
XPEV.
XPEV. Yep, that one was insane yesterday. Let's take a look at XPEV. Yeah, taking a hit here. So something's up. How's the overall market? No, it's only there's them that got something going on there. So interesting. XPEV. We should add XPEV on our list too. I'm gonna add this here alongside Neo, of course. I mean, Neo's been. I know you're tired of hearing about Neo, but Neo's been just insane. So we'll add that too. All right, so going back to Macy's, I'm not going to add this one. I just do not like the way this stock trades. I feel that it doesn't move a lot. It takes a while to make a really good move, so I'm gonna leave this one on the sidelines. And also
Well,
today, go ahead.
Neo's dropping like it's hot. I just happened to have Neo on
Hmm.
my screen and it dropped like
Yeah,
30 cents from tick to tick. It was that's why I'm not a big fan of Neo. I don't know what's going on there, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
super heavy volume on this tank for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is dropping nicely. Got a couple of bigs down here, two bids. So we'll see what happens there. Not looking great right now. All right, so Macy's will skip on that. Fuel cell, we have Neo, we have PLTR.
Somebody, one of the drawbacks of doing this show is it's hard to keep an eye on news as it's happening.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
somebody happens to see what's going on there, please post
Hmm.
if you see any news on the
Absolutely. Let us
Chinese.
know, guys, what you see there. PLTR is another one that's been pretty active, and I saw a lot of great trades on this one yesterday out of the community. So good job there, guys. Nice breakout, beautiful continuation. Today they're up 6.4, some great volume again. So I don't. This pre-market's okay. It's getting a lot better now. Yeah, worth adding on here. PLTR, it's a good one. Let's look at CCL. What do we have there? CCL right now. It has a nice gap up this morning, 6.6. It traded horrible yesterday, alongside with NCLH. They both are very crappy. I had them on our possible list. This morning's pre-market action, you got the pop up, but man, look how choppy this thing has been. But I do like this gap up off the daily. We have a great area of resistance that we just broke out of that. Here, we got some targets we can get to towards the top, or a great rejection right back down to where it's been trading. So yeah, I do like CCL this morning. Pre-market, not as great. I'm going to put it as a possible for now. That could change as we get closer to the market open. Let's look at JPM and some other ones before we get moving here. We got a couple of more minutes. JPM, I don't see anything great here, guys. It is breaking out here out of this previous day close line high of yesterday, 118.34. Great area of resistance. Again, just popping up real nice there after gapping up a few days ago. So, but I'm not liking it, the pre-market this morning on it. So I'm going to skip on it for now. Let's look at BA. BA does look good. You do have a beautiful pre-market action, some good volume, up 3.2. Yeah, I like BA today. Let's put it in here as a possible for now, just to throw it on there. I'm sure some stuff we can remove from up here and move BA up. BA up does look very good this morning. But Tesla, we looked at CCL is good. Workhorse was great yesterday. What did it do today? Has not done much right now, but it is interesting on the daily as we're getting close to this area of resistance right up here, right? So, are we going to get some rejections, or are we going to be strong, continue to push up? Definitely extended on the daily, but worth taking a second look later today. Got some good volume there also. Another one is Plug. Plug was not so great yesterday. Today they're up again 5.3. So interesting as well. Possible, I'm sure. I rather watch Plug than NKLA. So definitely would take some stuff off of here. Let's head on down. American Airlines. I'm sorry, United Airlines. Very similar to what CCL is doing, but with a lot less volume. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. I'm going to keep an eye on CCL. If that one starts running, if the travel stock starts running, we can look at United. We could look at American Airlines. American Airlines also up 5.4. Again, all of them just gapping up and just moving sideways. Right? There's no price action whatsoever, up or down since the gap up this morning. So interesting the way they're laying out this morning. We'll keep an eye on them, but for right now, I'm not seeing anything all that exciting. Scroll on down. Let's see PLTR. We have NKLA. We looked at Plug. We looked at FTEK. What is that? FTEK. No, I'm not sure about this one. What's the float on this FTEK? Not even getting a flow on trade ideas just yet. Maybe it's loading up. No, we'll keep it on silence for now. We'll come back to that one. LI, we have XPEV. We have, yes, I think we are pretty good. No shares for sure on XPEV. Yeah, I did not notice that. Let me take it for mentioning
Somebody
that. Yeah.
asked about that earlier about no shares for short. There are
Mm-hmm.
people, there are brokers that are going to have shares for short, and some won't. And
Mm-hmm.
it really, somebody said it's as liquid and trades as heavily as it does. It's not really what makes the difference. What makes the difference is, well, float has something to do with it a lot of times, just because I mean, it depends on how many people at your brokerage are holding that stock long, and that those shares, that the shares they have are eligible to be shorted. So.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it's
Yeah. So
not really apples to apples there.
correct. Correct. Yep. Yep. All right, guys. I think we have a really, really good list here. Right now, we have a lot on this list, but for the most part, we have some stuff that's very, very active this morning. Let's check over on YouTube real quick. We have 2 minutes here. KNDI. Let's look at some ones that have not been mentioned. KNDI. This one right now up 5%, giving some back this morning. 1.7 million shares traded right now. The daily is really all over the place at the moment. Let's come back to it. Let's see if it gets better, but the daily is just insane. Neo, we have LI, we have BA is moving.
Yeah,
Yes, I like
it's
BA.
so weak. I don't know what has taken place. I wish somebody.
Yeah, something's got to be up. Look at Neo just losing the VWAP here and the volume too. Look at the volume coming in there. You got a lot of volume moving right now. So, and XPEV, what's going on there? Oh, XPEV is also taking a nice drop after such a big day yesterday. So, interesting. We do have shares for sure on Neo, or let me see
Yeah,
here. We do. Nice. All
yeah.
right, we'll
There's
keep an eye
plenty.
on that. Yeah, it's plenty there, so that's good. All right, guys, what else do we have? So JMIA, let's take a look at that one. JMIA. What do we have here? JMIA. This was great yesterday. It's very extended. I kind of like this one. Normally, I wouldn't put this one on here, but I love the way it's been trading the last couple of days, and also their daily yesterday. I mean, their intraday yesterday was amazing. So gonna keep an eye on this one. Giving some back this morning. They're still up 3.1, 732,000. I think it's worth taking a look at. So, all right, guys, we'll stop here. We have a lot to go through. Let's go over to our community announcements, and we'll come back and dissect this list.
All right. So success webinars. I got this fixed. I apologize for the confusion. Tonight, 5 p.m. special time because it's Eamon and he is in a different time zone. He's going to be talking about momentum trading, how he trades momentum next week. You're going to have Tuesday night, 8 p.m. the normal time. You're going to have John talking about quantitatively measuring strategy success. So, John is a Army veteran. He actually taught at West Point. For some period of time. He's very analytical, and so he's going to talk about how you can use your stats to determine what your best strategies are and to improve your trading through doing that. So check out John next week, and then psychology. There is, by the way, the Thursday mentoring class. There is not one this week, obviously, because of the holiday. So we figured we'd let Thor chill out. If he's mean to me, then I will tell everybody there's a class so you guys bug him. Anyway, and then there is no psychology because of Thanksgiving on this Wednesday. But next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, you're going to have Dr. Kenneth Reed doing one of his Mastermind Pro courses talking about trend following and trends being the trader's friend. So check him out next week. If you want to participate in trade of the day or trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade, mark it up, entries, exits, strategies, anything you can do to highlight your thought process and why you took the trade and why it worked out. Post that on Twitter, tag at Bearable Traders, at Mike B _ BBT, and at Norm BBT. Also use the hashtags BBT Family, Day Trading, and Stock Market. That way we can know you're entering the trade of the day / week contest. Each winner will be announced in the closing bell show at the end of the day, and the winner for the trade of the week will be announced on the following Monday. That person will win a $100 gift card from Amazon for the trade of the week. If you're watching us on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, you'd like to do so, you can try us out at a discount. Use a promo code PREMARKET24. That's PREMARKET24. I'm going to be very clear here because somebody said I said otherwise, and I don't think I've ever said otherwise. I'm very careful how I say this. You get 7 calendar days. The day is closed 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. So you still are on those 2 days. It's 1 week, 7 calendar days, 5 trading days. Since the market is open 5. Now, given there's a market holiday this week, so you will have 1 day, Thursday, that you will miss out this particular week. But if you were to sign up next Monday, you'd get the full 5 days. And also short day on Friday, as we've already mentioned. That also gives you access to Carlos's onboarding class each and every Monday night, live at 8 p.m. Eastern.
All right, thank you, Norma. Appreciate that. So, is that 5 calendar days you mentioned on there?
Five trading days.
No worries, my friends. I think that's very, very clear. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go. Let's get to it. All right, let's look at this list. Let's start at the top. BLNK. Wow, dropping real nice right now. So I like the way that's setting up there. We don't have shares for short, but yeah, let's keep that on there for now. ACB is good. I think some of the pot companies are in play this morning. As you can see, up 23%, dropping a little bit now. So we'll keep an eye on that one. LI dropping as well. Oxy, everything's dropping. What's going on? Did we find out what the news was or no?
No, the market's pulling back a little bit. I don't know what's causing. Like I said, it's hard to. I can't listen to Benzinga and I can't look at a bunch of stuff when I'm in here. So
yeah. But we've seen Neo. I mean, the EV started dropping a lot sooner than the market did. Right now, they're taking a real nice hit. As you can see here, Neo dropping real nice. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back up here. Oxy, what is Oxy doing? It's okay. You know, I might move it down because I like what I'm seeing in other stocks like Neo and BLNK. So let's move Oxy down for now. It's still a good one. And they're up nicely this morning, so up for 8%. Tesla is great, but for me, I'm gonna move Tesla down because it's just slightly harder to trade for the way I trade, right? So I'm gonna move it down. Still a stock that's very much in play. Traded very well yesterday. So Jared, like I mentioned earlier, took an amazing trade there when he called it out in the chat room. FCEL, so we'll keep it on here. Neo is good. PLTR had a good day yesterday.
These are getting smoked, man.
Who? EVs, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so something's up. I got XPEF here, which I'm probably going to move up. I know we don't have shares for sure on it, but you know what? When you get such a move towards the downside like that on these strong stocks, you might find some good opportunities for a bounce. No, not me. I'm gonna wait for Jared to call out one of his reversals. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that on my own.
So your strategy is to listen to Jared.
I'm gonna wait for Jared.
That's your trade book entry.
That's my trade book entry on any of this stuff that's dropping more than.
Usually catch reversals. That's a lot of faith.
Exactly. So XPAC, we'll throw up here, guys. Very active this morning. What else do we have? All right, let's.
Nothing against Jared. He's not here to defend himself, I don't
Oh,
believe.
that's
I
right,
think he
Jerry.
had
Right,
a
Jerry
errand to
is not
run or
here.
something this
But
morning.
well, we love the guy. POTR is okay. JMIA is good. I like this one. Again, everything's just kind of dropping this morning. Let's fine tune our secondary list. Tesla is good. Oxy is really good. Our Workhorse is nice. Also dropping two here, and we do have shares for sure. Actually, I'm gonna move this one up. This one is nice. Workhorse goes up. Let's remove from here. Let's see what BA is doing because BA was also great. I think BA deserves to be in our main list. All right, let's put that up there. I like BA also. CCL starting to drop now. We'll keep it. We'll keep it here for now. BBBY again. They had news today, but we'll keep it here. CGC. I'm gonna replace ACB with CGC, and the reason is two things. We have shares for sure on ACB. I mean, I'm sorry, on CGC, and they tend to trade a lot cleaner. So CGC goes up to our main list, and we'll add a ACB here just in case. They are very active. I mean, 9.2, that's a lot of volume. KNDI, I'm going to remove from our secondary. I think we have better stuff to watch today. Plug has been great to us. NKLA, I'm going to remove as well. BBY will leave here just because they had earnings. For the most part, we wouldn't keep this stock. It doesn't trade very well, but today could be the difference where they could have a really good trading day today. Still got to fine tune this a little bit more. BL and K will remove. I like that one, but we'll just have to remove it down. BL and K, let's do that. LI is good. Again, be careful with that one. Fuel cell is okay. NEO is good. PLTR. PLTR's pre-market action could be better. Let's move it down. PLTR. Let's get rid of this one for now. All right. JMIA is okay. XPEV is good. Workhorse, BA, and CGC. How many do you have? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You know what? Two more than what we usually do. Let's do levels for it early, and then we can fine tune this again towards the end. But we got a lot we could look at today. All right, let's start with LI again, guys. I keep mentioning you got to be careful with the way this stock moves. It's very, very aggressive when it comes to pullbacks, and it could be a big mover at times. So 49.26 high of the pre-market towards the bottom. We do have your previous day close. But where the price action is right now, I'm going to mark this level and I'll explain to you why once I have the line there. It's going to be over at 46.47. If you look at this, you can see how many touches, changes in direction you have right at this line. So yes, our low of the pre-market is important, which is going to be basically the high from yesterday. It's right on here, right? That's your low of your pre-market, high from yesterday. But this line here, you have a lot of touches on this line, a lot of support early this morning. You have some resistance early this morning as well. And last night you had some support out of it. Couldn't keep going into the after hours there, but you had some support on that line. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think that could be an important level for this stock today. Aside from that, you're pretty much covered towards the bottom, guys. The highs and lows from the last two trading days. You're pretty good there. Fuel cell, this one here had a bang up day yesterday. Right now, high of our pre-market sitting at 990. So right up here. All right, let's do a level there. As far as pre-market action, we have tons of it, 10 million shares traded right now. Our low of our pre-market, pretty much the high from, oh no, a little bit lower over here, below the previous day close. But before you get to that, you do have the previous day close and the highs from yesterday. Look at the highs from yesterday, doing a great job of support there. You're getting a nice change in direction. So this one looks good. I believe we are sitting all-time high on this one. Yes, we are. I don't see anything above um $9 here, so that's good, right? So this is again been trading very well. We'll keep an eye on it. Here is Neo and the rest of the EVs really active this morning. High of our pre-market here is going to be all the way up at 58.81, so we'll throw a level there. That is your all-time high as well. You don't have anything above that. So levels towards the bottom, you do have, oh, did I remove it? There we go, 58.81. And then towards the bottom, you have the highs and lows from the last two trading days, some beautiful breakouts. Again, you have a nice big gap here, right? From the previous day close down to the low of yesterday. So you just want to go into that intraday like we did yesterday and find some levels of support and resistance with a lot of touches. The more touches that it has, the better and stronger that level is going to be. So you could do that there to get some levels in between here if this thing is going to drop and lose that previous day close. Again, I'm not sure what's going on now, but just see that. Look at the volume we've been getting lately and the move, the drop we've been getting on a Neo and the rest of the EVs. By JMIA right now, a high of the pre-market sitting over at 33.64. Towards the bottom, low of the pre-market sitting right now at around 30.60. So we'll throw a level there. And then below that, same thing here, guys. You want to go into this date and find some levels of support and resistance like we did yesterday on some stocks. So you can do that there as well. And then below that, you have your highs and lows from the last two trading days. XPEV continues to drop here, getting a little bit of a recovery. High low of the pre-market 69.73. The high of the pre-market over at 78 exactly. So we'll put that on there. Again, that is your all-time high as well. Same situation here. We'll do it for this one actually. Let's go over to our 5 minute and find levels in what we want to do is we find levels in between here, right? You don't have anything on the daily, obviously. So we want to find some levels that we can see on the 5 minute or a shorter time frame that you use to trade. I like the 5 minute. Here you can find some stuff like this one right on here. 67.40, great area of resistance one more time until it finally was able to break out of that. So you have a lot of touches on here. That's going to be a good level. That can now become support if the stock decides to drop. Going down further, another situation here as well, very similar, 63.98. So a lot of resistance here, right? Got the breakout, did act support for a little bit, did break out to the next level, but it does come back and retest this level as support again. Was able to hold. You got a lot of touches there, about what six candles, 5 minute candles, and then the breakout again. So again, great support at 63.98 and so forth. You see another breakout here as well. Again, things just repeating themselves, right? Hitting resistance, coming back down, finding support, breaking out of the resistance, and now using that resistance as support again, right? You see this pattern over and over and over again, giving this beautiful trend trade. This is why you see a lot of traders, they have this, they follow the high of day scanner. So they have the high of day scanner. And what they do is the minute it breaks a new high, they'll watch it come back down for support, and then on the breakout they'll be looking for this breakout to get in, right? So this is a great way to trade if you have that high of day scanners, which we do see in trade ideas. All right, guys, so that is what we have there. XPEV is good. That is what you want to do. Now you have some levels in here if this thing were to drop that are not going to be on your daily. Let's look at Workhorse this morning. They pre-market wise, what do we have? They're up 1.8 right now, 775. They're okay. It might be a good possible. Might be one that we drop down. But this morning, I'm gonna keep this level here, 30.60, because you got a lot of resistance happening there. Great rejection off this day here. And then you have your pre-market slightly below that at 30.29. Towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last two trading days are on there for you. And here, same thing. I'm not going to do it now, but if you drop, just find some levels in between here. You do have some daily stuff here as well. So right in here, looks to be around 28, exactly 28. You got a lot of touches there as well. Look at the resistance here, more resistance. You got this day opening right at this 28 before it shot up and then dropped down real nice there. So 28 is a good one to have on that level. Here's BA. I think BA is good, bouncing nicely here this morning. We do have 218 is the high of the pre-market. Looks like it's about to break it, but I'm going to keep this level here anyways because we do have a lot of touches. So in case we break out and come back down, I do want to have that support. We'll come back to and see what the new pre-market high is going to be if this thing is going to run here. High of this candlestick is going to be 223. So we do have a level there. As well, and then all the way up here, another nice level, great change in direction there too, off that 233.96. So again, BA trading very nice this morning after a good day yesterday, a nice gap up of 3% right now. CGC, the pot stocks are in play. ACB, we do not have shares for short in, but we do have with CGC, so I'm going to watch that one instead. But low of the pre-market 25.85, the high of the pre-market sitting up here over at 27.006. Towards the bottom, guys, you do have a great area of consolidation between 23.50 and 25. Just look at the resistance and support you're having there. So again, we'll see if it comes back down to these levels, but you pretty much cover towards the bottom. If this were to break out of 27, I know we've definitely been trading higher. Has been some time since we've been up at 27. This is probably the 52-week high. Yeah, it is. So we haven't been up here in a very long time, 2019 September. So the next level above that, we do have is actually almost past a year. We do have is 28.79, great area of resistance right on there. So it's a good level to have there for CGC. So all right, guys, we have quite a lot on here. I still got to fine tune this list a little bit more. I'm not going to watch 8 stocks. It's way too many. But let's move down to what the moderators are watching. Let's see what they have on their list. Let's bring in the visual here for you guys. All right, right over here. So hopefully you guys can see that. All right, there it is. All right, let's go back up. IPOs, Peter's reporting VMAR, OZON, and also HFEN are going to be opening up today. Andrew, American Airlines, Neo, XPEP, for me, that's enough. So again, Andrew's been watching some pretty small lists, right? Yesterday, I think he only had two. That was great. And today, only three. So, I mean, what else do you really need, right? Eamon, not liking anything today. He's watching only INO. Secondary has BP and Snap. Tiffany has Neo and Tesla. Peter has AMD, Neo, XPEF. Secondary list BBY, BL and K and Tesla. And Mike has BA and SQ. He's also looking for his high of day breakout scanner. John likes BA and Tesla for his breakout watch list as well. So again, guys, pretty good stuff happening today. I think we are all set. Just a quick recap. We have LI, which is very aggressive, so be careful. Fusa, I'm gonna move down. You know, I don't really like this one anyway. So let's move this down. I want to fine tune this list a little bit more. Like six or less is the way to go. For me, Neo is good. You have to watch that one. JIMA was great yesterday. Had a beautiful day. XPEV. I'm gonna move this down. I think Neo's the one to watch. XPEV is a good one if we have a actually XPEV just got shorts. We didn't have shorts earlier today. Remember that, guys? No, so no shorts, but now we do have shorts. I was gonna say let's move it down because I don't have shorts for it, but they're there. But either way, let's move it down. We'll keep an eye on Neo. If Neo is not trading great, we can always look at XPEV. So Neo will be the one that'll be on the main list today.
There are a total of 300 shares short on IB for XPEV, so I would not say
Wow. You
that's
know
not going to
what?
fill.
I'll be
Those will be
surprised
gone.
they updated that so quick for just 300 shares, right? I mean, you wouldn't think that, but thank you for that. So yeah, more the reason to keep it down here. We'll look at Neo instead. So all right, guys, very shockingly very active Wednesday. Is it Wednesday today? Yes. Yes, it is. No, Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. So for a short week. So I did not
If you
expect
don't
all
show
this
up
action.
tomorrow, I'm going to be upset, man.
No, I'll be here, man. I'll be here. We'll
Fixing
get
your
this
turkey
going.
a day early.
So that guys, we're all set. Thank you so much for joining us in the pre-market over at YouTube. We will continue here in our chat room. Brian and Andrew are next. They're going to talk about their list and what they're looking to do today, and we'll get going for the market open. Take care, guys. Trade safe, and we will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, for the pre-market show at 8:30. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.
be potentially breakout for 58, 59. I think this one has 60 in it, really.
So probably got 100 in it by the end of the year.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. XPEF doesn't do much. So American Airlines is active, so airlines might jump back up. I do have 1438 level on American Airlines on a pre-market, which goes essentially. So these levels are magic. I'm not making these levels up. So this is the high of November 9th. So you see how rejected that 1438, and as you see in the pre-market is also really bouncing up. So people trade based on this. So I'm gonna look at these two. I really don't need to. Why what's the float on this one? 11 million. That's I don't know. I might trade WIMI, WIMI. So I might do that. I'm really bad at trading these lower price stocks, but the next level is 819. You got to be really, really careful with your share size on them, guys. If they flush, they flush. So, and the lower price, you have a small account, you say, I buy 1,000 shares, but they flush $1 on you, and you don't want to be in there. Plug is also really nice. I think it's coming up. I might add that. PLTR is doing some stuff. I think this is good. I might actually remove XPEFs on it. Just this 4 is enough. And yeah, I think that's pretty decent. The website is working. Surprise! Surprise, guys, our website is working.
Yay.
Go
Happy
get it
days.
And Norm just messaged me and he said, I'm done with trading today. The day even hasn't started.
He's done with trading.
Yeah, he shorted NEO in the pre-market. And did you see Thor went long at 56?
Nice.
On this is a scam. This is impossible. You went long here, he posted boom. What the hell?
Yeah, really, really nice.
I couldn't believe it. That can't be
Beautiful
true.
reversing. Beautiful reversing candle, eh?
Oh yeah, these are the S1 stuff. Really nice, really nice. So the website should work. If anyone has any problem, just email us. Should work. Just load it for me.
Yeah, WIMI is definitely in play. It's what is the float on it? It's a low float though. Just be careful with it. It's what is it? 11 million. It's not that low, but low enough. It's getting lots of volume here. I'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep an eye on NEO.
So we implemented some security IPs. So some IPs might get blocked. So if you have that issue, just email us or take a screenshot, and then we make sure that you get in there.
Yeah,
I see way more number of people in the chat. I know some free riders here. Welcome, enjoy the free chat. I know we open up the chat room for everyone, and there's significantly more number of the people are in the chat that are members. That's okay. Enjoy it. Have fun, guys.
Welcome. So yeah,
free riders. You don't want to pay $19 for the cost of this platform, but that's okay.
So yeah, someone was asking about BBY as a possible rising devil trade. Definitely, it definitely has that look for sure. It's had a strong, let's see what's a weekly look like. Weekly's been strong, daily's been pretty strong, and we have a pretty big gap down today. Sell off. Now we're just sort of flatlining, but yeah, it could be a decent rising devil trade. It's definitely setting up that way. XPEV's gone green again. Yeah.
American Airlines is popping up. There's a huge ask at 1432. I think American Airline can be a good opening range breakup if it gets a good volume and don't be choppy. I think it could be a good, really good opening range breakup. Hopefully, it doesn't run up just in the first minute. If it stays really nice, uh, with a stop loss below the VWAP,
Yeah,
getting ready at
airlines,
20,000.
cruise lines,
Yeah.
all looking good. Yeah,
Sorry, CCL is also off. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, CCL is also off.
yeah,
CCL
all
is good.
airlines, cruise lines, everything to do with travel's up. There's a lot of travel going on this weekend, apparently.
Good. Really nice.
All right. Well, WIMI is looking strong. All right. Well, we got 3 minutes to the open.
Wells Fargo is hitting highs. This scanner
Yes.
is really new high bid and ask. I don't know exactly who
Yeah.
made it, but it's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Whoever made it, God bless you.
Yeah. I quite often, that's that's usually the only scanner I look at least start during the start of the day, during the day. Um, Snap's putting in some funky action here. Snap did this yesterday. It looked like it was selling off into the open, and then just before the open, it pops up. I think that's NYSE manipulation.
Yeah, you can all have access to our trade idea scanner. I just put it in there. How do I configure the bid high to populate pre-markets? I don't know, Jared. Polish, rising level are stocks that are selling off really hard, like 5-10% down, and they're really extended from the VWAP on the way down.
Add BBY to my list. I was going to put that on there. Didn't make it. PLTR looks like it's going to be interesting again today.
Something is telling me it's one of those days that's going to be easy. Although whenever I have this, I'm going to have my biggest loss of my life in there.
I'm a little bit worried that because these EVs have sold off this morning, I'm a little bit worried they're going to be choppy.
Yeah.
For a little while. Okay, so BBY is coming up. Not really liking that price.
It's never easy, guys. Never easy. So don't get under this illusion that it's going to be easy. It's never easy. Always have to be careful.
AAL's near. AAL's had. I'm gonna watch AAL too.
Alrighty. So NEO is good. Looking at also American Airline, AAL above the VWAP, potentially for the break of. Actually, I like AAL more than NEO right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too, Hector. That's giving me some pause here for sure.
NIO.
That pop up.
Even you're looking INO too. CCL is also really nice.
Yeah, the spread on it can be really bad. Here we go. Are we not open yet?
Brian is a little bit ahead of his game.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see what the AAL is doing. Probably gonna run up and hard to get.
I've shorted BBY. Ooh, covering some here. I just jumped in on that. Whoever pointed that out, thank you. Yeah,
American
XPEV
Airlines
not doing anything.
American Airline is struggling. hopefully it doesn't squeeze up, because if it runs out, it's hard to get an entry. So 30. Neo still, see, nobody's trading Neo, NIO. Everyone is
Yeah.
holding their card. Nobody knows what's going to
Nope.
happen.
Nobody's buying. Nobody's selling.
Nobody's selling. Nobody knows. American Airlines is
XPEV,
still.
XPEV looks like it wants to drop.
Let's see what the American Airlines is doing. It's a big ask. I don't know. It's a really bad 1 minute candlestick. Yeah, I don't want to go in there. Heart. Might be a good long now. I don't know, but that 1 minute candlestick was a little bit choppy. Still Neo, no volume, man. Nobody is trading it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. American Airline, nothing. No trade for me, no.
Okay, I shorted in Neo. Just looked weak. Oh, XPEV. I should have shorted XPEV instead. Dang. Dagnabbit.
PLTR doing some stuff.
Okay, I'm sure
PLTR.
covering some Neo. Covering some Neo. 56
Nice.
covering. Here we go.
PLTR is coming back up. Ah, damn.
Covering.
It's the shortest on PLTR. No. Give it up. Ah, damn.
Oh,
That's the shortest squeeze
why
on
didn't
PLTR.
I knew XPEV was going to drop.
Some PLTR here. That's a shortest squeeze. 2250. Long PLTR. I still have a room to add in there if it pulls back a little bit. That's an engulfing. It looks like a shortest squeeze. I'm long a PLTR.
All out Neo. So I think it's got more downside, honestly.
Oh, Neo, yeah, Neo sold. Oh yes, sold. Done with my life. Done with my life forever. I'm done with trading for my life. So did you get the PLTR, guys? That's a squeeze. Come on, be in there. Everyone should be in there. So easy, guys. Sold. Nice. Done. So that's called that's an engulfing. Perfect. Neo is gonna go red easily.
Nice breakout.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this shortest squeeze.
Yeah. I'm long PLTR too. Selling some here. 17.
Yes. Damn, that is called an engulfing pattern. That's called shortest squeeze. Just Rahul? The only person who took this trade was Rahul from all of you? Nice. Very nice, guys. Very nice. So why I didn't take this opening range breakdown, guys? Because the stock was gapping up already. So it's a little bit tricky to trade these stocks like that. But as soon as it run up, I went in there at 2250, and now we're sitting at 2330.
Oh my God! Look at XPEVs just getting whipped.
Yeah, Neo is getting destroyed too. I hope Thor is out. Neo is like that. It's just when it starts
PLTR.
Guys, I lost a good portion of my life in Neo in this flush. When it flushes like you've never seen. I've got a couple of these big flushes. I know how bad it is. Just brutal. They're dumping millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on it. This flush. See, for 2 minutes, nobody knew what's going to happen.
Adding
50 of them, so I know how it flushes really. I'm almost out, guys, on PLTR. So I'm almost
just
out.
Adding
10
back
grand.
PLTR.
I have a little bit of shares left on it. I'm not sure if I want to do anything. PLTR is bouncing back. So Let's see what it does. It's really weak. I don't like it.
Yeah, it
So
might lose.
neat.
It's at the VWAP.
Yeah, it sold off really bad. I don't know. I'm all out on Neo. Qs are also selling off really hard.
Yeah.
I'm all out on PLTR, guys. So 1059, I'm pretty good. I have a little of Q. It was up. It was just sold off. I just have these Qs. PLTR is.
It's it'll bounce back. PLTR does this. The open. What's a SPY doing? SPY's selling off a bit. Ooh.
Spies 13, yeah. But IWM was the strongest part index.
Yeah.
Yeah, PLTR is just.
It,
I'm all out,
it
guys.
is.
Flat. Nothing. Wow. So that's a 1 minute open range break off. Really solid, really nice. Now it's becoming actually engulfing. So
I'd watch PLTR to bounce back at some point. XPEV's bouncing back. Neo's bouncing back. These stocks don't stay weak for long.
PLTR is bouncing back. I'm not gonna trade anything else, guys.
Nope, nothing yet.
Currently, all of our trades are awesome. It's not the only this one. Just kidding. No, it was great. Yeah, I'll do the weekend one. Which one was that? Oh, PLTR. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Just got along some PLTR 2160.
Neo is bouncing back. Still, I don't trust this Neo at all.
Selling some 2191. Oh, here we go, 22.
Very nice, very nice.
Right
Brian,
off.
these reversals that Brian are taking, I've never understood that. CCL is coming back. CCL could be a long. CCL long 1940. It's gonna go up. That's a yeah. That becomes a 5 minute engulfing for a break of 5 minute high. I'm not gonna trade it, but it looks like it. What about the American airline? Yeah, airline sold off. Yeah, CCL. This isn't a squeeze in CCL. This is called an engulfing crack. See if you can see if you get gonna crack 1950.
Selling more PLTR. This was a bounce right off right off previous day high.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Nice.
Brian, I didn't know why you took this trade to the long, to be honest with you.
It came back down to the previous day high. And I knew it was going to reverse. It was at least going to bounce there.
Did you see Neo for 2 minutes? There was no volume. This is just pure speculation. Pure speculation. Just people are watching. That's it. It's all trading. A lot of people, usually at the open, a lot of the institutions start trading, repositioning, buying, selling. Just pure speculation. Everyone's waiting. Is it going to go up or go down? Or go down, dump it. Goes up, buy it. That's or cover it. That's it for 2 minutes. It has done it. It's been a month that is doing it. Just wait, 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 wait. Everyone's holding their coin. It's a game. You're playing poker. Everyone's just trying to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, that was funny. It was funny how that they didn't move. They barely moved at all. I thought I had a data feed problem almost.
Yeah, CCL cracked. So CCL was obvious. This is a very powerful. This is a very, very powerful. Um, uh,
Flip my position on PLTR. I'm short.
Brian is over trading PLTR now.
Yeah, I just taking it off the rejection from the VWAP. Covering some here.
Qs might bounce a little bit from the previous day close. If you want to trade the ETF, is QQL? Is it the what's the if you want to trade the
There's S triple Q or T triple Q, depending on whether you want to go long or short. You want PLTR lose this level.
for the one? This is for the long. T is for the long. Oh yeah, T is for the long. It might
T's
bounce
for
a
long,
little.
S is for short.
I think it has it wants to bounce a little bit, but I'm not gonna trade.
I covered the rest of PLTR. Looks like it wants to go. It kind of looks like it wants to go higher here.
Yeah, I should have traded CCL
longer.
Any one of you took CCL guys long? I knew CCL was gonna break this. Just amazing setup, amazing. Nice, Eric. Nice, Rajesh. Awesome. Do you know why you took it? That's the most important thing. This is what I want you to know. Why you took it? Do you understand? Do you recognize this pattern? Do you recognize this pattern? I mean, just jumping in and make money doesn't mean, but you got to trade book this pattern. Yeah, it's going to go to 20, I think, today. I should have traded that. Nice. This is important. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Very nice. Neo is dumping, huh? Still dumping. Brutal. Neo is brutal.
Wow.
Just,
you know, this was just bound to happen eventually. It was eventually going to happen.
This is going to go to 47.50.
It was just way too extended. All of these XPEV, there was just this crescendo of buying yesterday. If you looked at XPEV was just like, it was insane. And it was so extended.
It's just brutal. Don't try to catch a reversal on it yet, guys. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your account, but this is brutal. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits this 48 level today. I mean, I tried, believe me, I got my own lessons in Neo. This is brutal. I mean, if you want to take a reversal, you got to wait until a very important level, like 50 for a quick reversal, or you got to wait until 47 for a bigger one. But this is brutal now. I mean, of course, nobody knows, but this wave of sell-off is just dumb.
Another buck lower, and we're into the previous day low. It would definitely bounce there if it got there.
Yeah,
50-60, 50-70, somewhere around there. But that's a long way from here. PLTR still looks weak. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is